right, hello Oyo State, hello Nigeria, and welcome to the Agenda, that platform for honest conversations on governance, politics, and development. I am Chike Obogu. Well, today we journey into the political landscape of Oyo State as we head towards the 2027 gubernatorial election. Incumbent Governor Seyi Makinde, of the PDP APM, is term limited and cannot seek re-election, but he wants to become president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Well, in Oyo State, for the gubernatorial election, the race is wide open with major parties positioning themselves. Well, we are joined this morning by a seasoned voice in Oyo politics, Honorable Olushola Begunde, member of the Oyo State All Progressives Congress and a former special advisor on media and strategy to the late Governor Christopher Adebayo Alao Akala. It's good to have you again on the agenda. Do I call you honorable or comrade? Which one?
I will prefer the comrade.
All right, comrade, it's good to have you on the agenda
Thank you, my dear brother. Good morning.
Yes,
good morning, people of Nigeria.
Thank you for always turning around and turning up.
Always my pleasure.
Let's start with the basics. Comrade Olushola Begunde. In 2023, if we look at the statistics, Governor Makinde won re-election with about 563,000 plus votes, which made up about 63% of the total number of votes against the APC's Teslim Fulani, who polled about 256,000, making about 28%. And then we had others. The registered voters then were about 3.28 million out of about 7 million residents of Oyo State. Now, we're moving into the 2027 elections. The figures were there. We're projecting new figures. Now, has anything changed to either reduce the figures in the coming election or to increase the figures in the coming elections?
You mean the total number
of electorates,
electorates that are going? I think it should increase.
It should increase.
You know, INEC has continued with the voters registration. I think they are still on now, and you have to give credit to them for that. So I think it should increase.
If you say it should increase, considering insecurity, voter apathy at this time, and then the situation in the country, the economic situation, many Nigerians feel, and then these off-cycle elections that just took place in Ekiti State. You can imagine the number of people in Ekiti State and the figure that won the election. You know, do you still think
the mood during the general election are usually very different? Everybody wants to be involved. There are more number of candidates canvassing, trying to pull people out, using every tricks to pull people out. So definitely it will increase. I think it will increase.
Well, we'll be...
Most especially during the governorship as well assembly election, we will record a higher number of voter turnout.
You know, why I asked that question was that during the by-election of Ibadan North federal constituency, it was so abysmal that in the whole of Ibadan North, the winner won by 18,000 votes. That's so abysmal.
It was.
Very
it was. And like I said, you see, in such circumstance, by elections, people don't usually... We have not reached that stage where people respond so much to by-elections and things like that.
Elections.
Yeah, this one-off elections. Electors don't usually respond to them. But on the election day, whether you like it or not, you cannot go to the market, you can't do, so you are boxed. So the likelihood of you deciding to, okay, let me join them and go and vote is there. But during the Ibadan North something, there were restraints only within Ibadan North, and there are voters outside who live outside Ibadan North. They will be going about their normal businesses all the day.
Now let's come to talk Oyo State polity. I read one of your recent pieces.
What is it about?
And that's your recent piece is a tale of Banamosi
and Aibuki.
And Aibuki. You published it on the 16th of June 2026.
I did.
that publication has sparked public discussions.
Tell me.
Can you really unpack that Yoruba proverb and its application to the polity in Oyo State?
You see, it's a Yoruba proverb. Yes, it's a Yoruba proverb. And let me say it in Yoruba. I will try as much as possible to see how I can translate it. I've also been wondering, because in Yoruba land, if you bear Gbadamosi and they want to salute you, they will call you Gbadamosi Aibuki. But I saw that in that proverb, but Gbadamosi and Aibuki became two different people with two different characters. So Gbadamosi was painted as a talking drummer.
Okay.
And Aibuki was a dancer.
Or the dancer.
Yes. Now, that proverb explained the fact that when Gbadamosi begins to beat his talking drum, you know, there is a way talking drum pass messages, and there are passing messages of hypocrisy. Then Aibuki will also change the dancing steps and dance along
with the beats.
You know, I had a bit of understanding of that thing because I come from a family where we beat the bata drum.
Okay.
And I discovered that there is a way, as a drummer, you can shame a dancer. There is a way you can beat your drum in a unique way that the dancer will find it difficult to flow. But there are always some very special dancers who will find a way around it. There's something we call omanjailu, like kakakakaka. So if you now beat it kakakakaka, you know, you slowed it down. So if the dancer is not that, if the dancer is not that vast, by the time you would, because the beauty of this dancing to this talking drum is how you get the rhythm when they break it with the down K or whatever sound.
Whatever interlude.
So those yes. So that, you see, I specifically, I took my time. I don't usually take time to write my stories. When I have the moment I have a topic, I just
comes
pick up and but I took time. I started thinking about so many things that has been happening, and I liken Governor Makinde to the Gbadamosi here, who has been beating this talking drum, churning out messages of hypocrisy.
Does Gbadamosi churn out a language of hypocrisy?
Exactly.
In that proverb?
Exactly.
Okay.
It was the messages he was passing with his talking drum. They were messages of hypocrisy.
What they call abosi.
Abosi, God bless you. And Aibuki was so smart. He did not dance in the particular way.
So who is Aibuki in this context?
We are.
The people?
Yes.
Okay.
Most especially the opposition.
So Governor Seyi Makinde is the Gbadamosi in this context.
See, Governor Makinde had a lot of things going for him. When we started, you talked about that outrageous number of distance between him and Teslim Folani. It didn't just happen like that. You will wonder, about 2 or 3 Saturdays before that gubernatorial election, the APC performed creditably well. And up to today, some people still felt, it was because Governor Makinde supported Tinubu. I said, no. See, in politics, I don't know how you support people in secret. Before that presidential election, the G5 came to Ibadan. The plan was that their people will be gathered and they will announce their preferred presidential candidate. But on that day, they could not announce Tinubu because their party members who gathered, they knew what they wanted to do and they were ready for them. And in the midst of the program, they started singing, Be'eshatiku, Be'eshatiku, Enu Elewani. So when they sensed that, they couldn't go ahead. So who are the people that Governor Makinde now directed to vote for Tinubu? And just this yesterday, I did not even know this kind of thing would come up. I saw a video of Auxiliary and the new man they are hunting. Is this Suraja? What are they calling his name?
Siri?
Yes, they were campaigning. Atiku Loke, PDP Senator, Atiku was their candidate then now. So if if Auxiliary was campaigning for Atiku, then what are we talking about? How did Governor Makinde support Tinubu? See, there was an alignment that favored Governor Makinde.
Okay.
He also admitted to it because I think a few days after the election, he appeared on radio and was thanking of APC. He specifically mentioned some names, the names of some APC leaders. Why was he thanking them? He knew what he got from that alignment, but Tinubu got nothing.
But he won in Oyo State.
If you remove the, I am saying, Makinde was not responsible for that number of votes we recorded. But assuming without conceding, Tinubu could have been able to do away with the votes of Oyo State. He would still win.
Oh, you think so?
Remove what he got in Oyo State from the margin between him and the...
Are you saying the Oyo State's votes was inconsequential at that time?
No.
Or would have been inconsequential?
If you remove them,
yeah,
in the context of we talking about whether Makinde assisted him or not, it would have been inconsequential.
Okay.
It would have been. He would still remain the winner.
In that your piece, you said Governor Makinde is portrayed as Badamosi, actively influencing multiple parties, planting candidates in Action Alliance, disrupting Accords or Young Peo movement, meddling in ADC, and backing Bimbo Akombi under APM. He claims PDP leadership while pushing surrogates. This is the hypocritical talking drum.
But
these are allegations.
They are not allegations. And I will speak to them one by one.
Okay.
Let me start from, you introduced Governor Makinde as PDP APM. Legally, can you be a member of two political parties?
There's an alliance.
Which
There's
alliance?
a grand alliance.
With who?
Between the PDP,
Which PDP?
And the APM.
Can we have two PDP or 1.5 PDP?
Okay.
We have only one PDP, known to law. If you are not a member of that PDP, then go and join APM now. You cannot do anything in the name of PDP if you don't belong to the PDP led by, is it not Abdurrahman or Abdulkadir they call the national
Abdurrahman.
chairman? That is the only person who can say, oh, we are in alliance with someone. So you just planted some people somewhere and you are calling them PDP. When you know that legally, validly, they are not members of the PDP. That is one of the hypocritical messages coming and you cannot see anywhere you go. And you see, sometimes when you are too clever, you will give yourself problems. Most of the people who will vote for them will become confused. Anywhere you see their candidate, you will see them logo of PDP, logo of APM. If these ignorant people, don't let me say ignorant, uneducated people who cannot decipher, they have known you with the PDP, you should be trying everything possible to convince people that you have nothing to do with the PDP, yet you are still putting their logo in your posters, confusing whatever few electorates you are going to have. Now, did you see that video of that our friend they call Gudu Gudu on the day VDM visited Governor Makinde in his residence? Thank God it was not the governor's office. People will have said, oh, the governor's office is a public place. I am not aware that Gudu Gudu is a member of RATE. Did you see his picture? Thank God for social media.
Well,
did you see inside Governor Makinde's private residence? Did you see? And before that time, I wrote a piece where I said, I know Gudu Gudu now. He's a contractor, and I mentioned the contract that Governor Makinde has awarded to him.
Okay, so let's take it a step at a time.
Yes.
Let's start from the accord. You accused Governor Makinde.
I'm not accusing him. I have put this thing down.
Yeah,
they have not denied it.
Yeah, but it is still
It's still an allegation. It's not. It is not.
Still, let's assume,
let them deny.
No, let's take it as an allegation for the sake of this program.
Oh, for the sake of this program.
Yes.
I will agree with you.
Let's take that as an allegation. You said,
and I challenge them to deny it.
He actively influenced multiple parties, including the Accord Party. And then two things. You're mentioning Gudu Gudu now, and then you also mentioned Oyonkpeo movement. How has he been able to influence?
Look at what Oriyomi has been putting out now. Look at what he's been putting out. Whose name is he mentioning? Is it not Governor Makinde?
Has he mentioned the governor's name? I've watched that video over and over again. He never mentioned the governor's name. He was being careful.
He wasn't being careful. Except you want to see the obvious sign. See, who did he work for in 2019?
It was obvious that he was with the governor in 2019.
What of 2023?
He was also with the governor.
When he said we were taking people from the prison and returning them, did that pass a message? When he made that statement, didn't you look sideways and you saw auxiliary? Even though Oriyomi also fall into that class, where was Oriyomi in 2018? See, God has a way of doing his things. God has a way. The intervention of the crisis, this crisis between him and Oriyomi is an intervention. And I see God's hands.
So are you saying the governor influenced your Young Puyo movement?
Did he not? That is exactly what Oriyomi has been saying, and they have not denied it. Gudu is a contractor with the Oyo State government. You saw his picture on that day. People, I mean, thank God for the social media. Inside Governor Makinde's residential.
So if there was a forensic analysis of that video, and it came out to say that was in Gudu, don't you see this as an allegation?
Why have they not come out? How long is it going to take them to come out and deny? How long will it take them to come out?
So you saw Gudu in that footage?
Of course, everybody saw it. I know him very well. When we were in Labour Party, he contested for, I think, about the Southwest and Southeast House of Reps. I know him very well.
Are you saying the governor planted him in the Accord Party?
Who did? If he's a contractor with Governor Makinde till tomorrow.
You can be a contractor with the governor and chart your own political course. Look at what happened to the former, the former security advisor to the governor. I'm talking about retired CP Fatai Owusheni. He left the governor and wanted to contest election under the party Accord.
And what did he do?
He withdrew, and he cited his reasons for withdrawing.
Did you see anybody mention his name that he was sent to the Accord Party? Why are they saying that Gudu was sent? He resigned his appointment first with government. He has severed every relationship with him. Not a contractor. We don't even know how much they are owing him now as a contractor. He's still tied to them.
So was he sent there to disrupt the plea?
Exactly.
To the Accord Party?
Of course.
Do you have facts to this?
What other facts do I require?
He might just be an accidental visitor to the governor.
Let Gudu say it, or let Governor Makinde say so now.
You also mentioned that the governor is actively influencing the Action Alliance.
Of course. I've forgotten the name of the person he sent to that party. The same thing with the ADC. He attempted, but in the ADC he met his Waterloo.
You also said he's meddling in the project of the ADC.
Of course, he did.
How? I'm interested in knowing that.
I've forgotten the name of this other guy. You see, there were guys he sent over.
There were only 5 gubernatorial candidates in the gubernatorial aspirants in the ADC, and I'll mention them.
If you want to get, I'm coming. If you want to get to the root of this matter, ask Egbon. What is his name? Their candidate. I think they also have 2 candidates now. 2 people claiming you have Egbon Ilaka on one side, and this other man, the radio owner man.
You're talking about Adegboyega, Taofeek, Adegoke.
They will tell you. Ask them.
Okay.
You ask them.
Okay, so the ADC had 5 aspirants. So let's narrow it down. They had the international surgeon, Dr. Aziz Adedunton, as an aspirant. They also had Alagbe, Gbemileke Alagbe, Eleniyo as an aspirant.
I think that must be
from Ogbomosho.
I think that must be.
And then you had Oloye Adegboyega Taofeek Adegoke.
You had Ilaka.
And then you had Chief BC Ilaka. And then you had Barrister Niya Borishade. 5 of them as aspirants.
That lady of 15 sound like the name that I got.
Okay. So out of these 5 people, you're saying the governor is using one of them?
Of course.
Were you in the meeting where they had this agreement?
My dear brother, see, I'm a politician.
Okay. Tell me more. I want to know more.
In Governor Makinde's shoes, I will also be panicking. People don't know. A lot of things are going on underneath. See, the other time I came here, I said, I knew who he was going to pick as his. Am I not eventually?
We're still coming to that person.
Have I not been vindicated? I knew.
Okay.
And I was prepared for the gentleman.
So tell me what you know about the governor and the ADC.
I have told you.
You just told me something on the surface.
You know, he met with, before he settled for the APM, he went about searching for where to pour. He met with Atiku. There was a reported meeting at Babangida's house in Abuja. I think he met with the former governor of Bayelsa State, Seriake Dixon, who is now the national leader of the NDC. So he met with a lot of people. There was a time the presidential candidate of the SDP also came to him. He hosted the meeting of the opposition leaders in Ibadan, where he was talking about Wete. So in the process of this, I mean, this is what politicians will do. You drop people. Drop people. Like he dropped some people in the PDP till tomorrow. See, if it was a strategy for you dropping people in the PDP, and at the end of the day, you have lost completely, shouldn't you just move your people in? In that write-up, I talked about the local government election, and I told him we are not going to allow him to conduct it.
We're coming there because I'll ask you what your party, the stand of your party. But lastly, you said that the governor was backing Bimbo Adekombi under the APM. You predicted that some months ago on this program. I
have known that young man would be his preferred candidate over a year ago.
Okay, now
because I know a lot of things that they have together. A lot of things that they have been sharing together for a long time.
What have they been sharing together?
It is not yet time.
So when is the time?
We will shake.
The last time you told me it was not yet time for you to tell me who the candidate was.
Eventually you got me.
And then I asked you of some names.
Eventually you got me.
Now you're saying it is not yet time to share what.
For this one, I am not going to
just share with just a bit, a piece of it.
See, let me tell you something. Governor Makinde he must have thought it was good strategy.
Okay.
But it's going to backfire.
How? How will it backfire?
You just want to push words into
No, I'm not pushing. You said it will backfire.
It's going to
How will it backfire?
See, let me tell you, I have, there are certain things that I have spoken about, but the real issues will be when the campaigns are starting, and we will be able to, because now Bimbo is hiding behind the shadows of Governor Makinde. When the campaign starts, he has to come out and speak for himself, and we will ask him questions.
Yes, but how will it backfire?
It will.
How?
See, for example, you are seen as this never seen before leader, the best thing to have happened to us. Good enough, you had 8 years. In your cabinet, there are professors, PhD holders, professionals whom you are praising to the highest heavens. But you still felt none of them is good enough to succeed you. You should accept responsibilities that you are a failure as a leader. That was not how Awolowo did his leadership.
Does the leader not have a choice to make?
Should the choice go beyond those people who have been with him?
But the choice depends on the leader.
Then it will make him a bad leader if you cannot tutor someone who is fit enough to take over from you in 8 years.
You know, there are some slow learners. There are some people you tutor, they don't even get it.
Definitely, in other words, he made wrong choices for 8 years. He has to accept responsibility for it. There is no way he's going to escape accepting responsibilities for, okay, you are just praising these people to the highest heavens. They are slow learners. In 8 years, they could not learn. Then you are a failure.
Is that the reason why it will backfire?
One of the reasons.
Okay.
See, people don't just go into the enemy's terrain and pick someone. They must have shared a lot of things in common.
And that's what
some of them good, some of them bad, some of them things they will never wish anybody to know about. That's going to be it's likely going to be my next topic. Things Governor Makinde will never wish anyone to know.
So there are some things the governor said.
Governor Makinde, there was something Governor Makinde said when he became governor in 2019. He talked about how he met I think it was not 13,000, and that within months, Bimbo Adekombi was the Commissioner of Finance.
Former Commissioner of Finance.
He was the Finance Commissioner
Under
at the time when he was saying that monies were being moved. So how did you come to now see such a person as a prudent person, as someone who could be trusted with all state funds, someone you were accused of? I mean, how could you move billions of naira at the back of your Commissioner for Finance?
Who moved?
That was what Dr. Makinde said, that the former government moved a sum of, I think, 13 or something more billion naira within a number of days. And that when he came in, he just made 13,000 naira. How much did he say he made in the accounts of Oyo State? Bimbo Adekombi was the Commissioner for Finance. What we now ask Bimbo, this is what your new mentor said you did under your previous mentor. How did you do it? Answer to the queries your mentor raised at that time against you people. There are a lot of things. See, he appointed him the chairman of a committee to see to the upgrade of the Ibadan airport. I challenge you, ask Bimbo Adekombi the initial amount of money announced and how much they have spent now, how much variation that went into that thing, and the reasons for those variations. We have facts.
Are you saying that Governor Seyi Makinde picked Bimbo Adekombi as the gubernatorial candidate of the APM to save his soul politically?
That is what he must have been thinking. But it's going to backfire.
So you've been mentioning it to backfire.
That it backfires. Because see, there are a lot of things you do in government.
You said you will ensure it will backfire.
It will. It will.
Why would you want to ensure it backfires?
And I'll go back to the story of Badamasi and Naibuki.
Okay.
You see, there are a lot of people in this world that people look up to and say, this is a fantastic. Look at the story of this kidnapper, this fine gentleman that was arrested in Lagos. What's the name of this young Evan? Look at how handsome, harmless that guy was looking. Look at what people were saying around him. He went about in slippers. He was a complete gentleman. But when he was arrested, the whole world got to know that they were living with a demon. Save that analogy. We will unfold them for what they are at the appropriate time. See, I told you, I said Governor Makinde is in a serious mess. I know a lot of things that the government is facing now with anti-corruption agencies. A lot of problems. I was telling someone this one, I said the line is narrowing. And he chose a wrong time to fight Oriyomi Hamzat.
Are they fighting?
Are they not?
We've not seen any fight.
And someone has left home and ran away on this close location.
Who left home?
Oriyomi said he's hiding somewhere now. He said he's not.
Who drove him there?
It must be his former boss.
That drove him there?
Yes, now.
What is he running away from?
See.
He wants to be governor. So why is he running?
He wants to be governor.
So who is pursuing
but
him?
His boss, his former boss, doesn't want him to be governor. He wants Bimbo Adekombi to be governor.
Okay.
And Oriyomi is constituted.
But they are not in the same party.
He's constituted. But the man is showing that he has the ability to hurt the governor. Governor Makinde will not be comfortable with that now.
A political hatchet.
Of course. See, we will unbundle a lot of things. And thank God Governor Makinde is helping us a lot. A lot of things. We will unbundle a lot of things. Now, I've been saying a lot of things about how Governor Makinde will go, bring monsters to town, use them, and when those monsters want to turn against him, he go and clamps them somewhere. Now we have someone very close to him, reinforcing what we have been saying. When you brought auxiliary, where was auxiliary coming from? Where was he coming from? This man was properly tucked away by the immediate past administration. But Governor Makinde went and picked him. Auxiliaries has also said so, but nobody listened to him. He was sitting down somewhere, hiding away. And he said Shefa Mujoro approached him on behalf of Governor Makinde, and they said they wanted him to be their security, whatever that meant. I've been asking Governor Makinde, security, as what? Did auxiliary register a security company? So when they were hired as security, now Oriyomi is saying that Suri was also part of that security architecture, that illegal security architecture. Now, if you hire people like that as your security, you wanted them to defend you. With what were they expected to defend you? With stones and sticks?
They could defend with African Air Force.
But we saw them shooting guns all over the place. We saw how Rahman was killed at the road. And how many years after is Governor Makinde now charging auxiliary for the murder of Rahman? I was in Nerua in 2021.
Justice delayed is not justice denied.
I'm coming. I was in Nerua in 2021 when auxiliary led a group of thugs to Nerua, and 4 people died during the local government election. Let me tell you one funny thing. I have written about it, and Oriyomi will not dare answer me. There was one of those guys who died in Rwanda. His name was Ebenezer, a young man. A younger brother of mine, too, who was the chairmanship candidate of the Labour Party then, he took her to Agidigbo several times. And on the last occasion, Oriyomi told them, oh, what are you doing? He chased them away. Because he never wanted to do anything that would be against Governor Makinde at the time. You said justice delayed. It's not just. After Rahman, how many people were killed allegedly by? Why would you allow someone to go on a rampage for a number of years?
But he's in court now.
After he has done what?
Yeah, but he's in court.
After how many years?
You can commit sin.
You can't bring. See, he's in court now. Assuming even they give judgment tomorrow and say go and kill him, will it pay for the number of lives that were lost and tied to him?
But that is justice.
What justice in you going to bring a killer to town to work for you? And while working for you, he killed a lot of people. I'm coming. There are a lot of murders committed in Nerua, in Ogbomoso, in Ibadan here.
Man, it might have just been some days of the naivety of the governor.
Naivety?
Yeah.
I will dare not call it what it is. That is not naivety. So when the guy started talking against him and Sheye, how long did it take them before they clammed him into jail?
Maybe the governor had been matured then, so he had to take the necessary steps.
Don't let me say something that you will be forced to edit.
Please say.
Naivety?
Yes.
Is that naivety or cruelty?
Are you saying the governor is cruel?
He is. In the context of people like Auxiliary, Suraju. See, I wrote a piece and I said, I saw this gigantic building that they say is that Suraju that owns it. What was his job? How did he come about that money? And you saw Auxiliary saying we have been, that he spent PMS money to finance Governor Makinde's second term bid. Governor Makinde never denied that allegation till now. So, is it those money, public fund, money that should belong to the local government as IGR, that these people are using to build? See, I have a list of them. There is one of them in Nerua. No job, nothing, just a street urchin. Now he has hotels, built houses, go about a fleet of cars, trucks. I've taken them to the EFCC.
You talked about local government funding.
Yes.
Recently, the All Progressives Congress, your political party, withdrew from the upcoming local government elections in Oyo State organized by OISEC, Oyo State Independent Electoral Commission. Why that withdrawal?
Look at the timetable for that election. There is a timetable for the general election coming up next year. You just go and look at that timetable. Now, up till now, the National Working Committee of the APC is here to release the list of candidates for elective positions
in Oyo State
throughout the federation. Most of of the candidates, if they lost, some of them will want to say, okay, let me go and try local government election. But you have come up with a timetable that will not allow for that. That is number one. Number two, let us look at it. The voter registration is still ongoing now. Update of, and the OISEC had to collect the updated voter register from INEC for the conduct of the election. When are they going to do that? Or we are going to rely on the whole voter register? 3, look at the timing of that election. As at that time, the police must have been deployed across the country for the general election. So what is going to happen? And we have this security issue. Governor Makinde has this penchant of deploying thugs on election day, local government election.
Are you
day.
not preempting? Are you not assuming? Are you not assuming? Can there be a local government election without chaos in your state?
Leave the chaos alone. Look at the process. Assuming the police, I mean, you know how it works. The police in Oyo State will be taken to other places. The police that will be coming from whatever state they are coming from, they are coming basically for the general election.
Okay.
See, if I am the governor, I will think about this before he begins to shout out that I have no control over the CP. If the CP, you know, most likely the CP for your state must have also been transferred at that time, preparatory for the general election. Okay. So if you now approve the CP and the CP says, see, I have my men on ground for the general election, I cannot provide security for the local government election, and the governor will begin to shout and say, hey, they are controlling the CP. Why don't you see the tenure of the current chairman ends just 2 or 3 days before your own tenure? It's so simple. Allow director of personnel for local government to take charge. If it is Bimba Adekanbi who wins, fine, let him conduct local government election. After that, this director of personnel, they will be paying salaries. Tele. You are not doing anything with local government funds. You are the one spending them. It's not that these local government chairmen are effective. So, if you have, I mean, if there's going to be just a vacuum of 2 or 3 days, the head of local government administration could take over for those 48 or 72 hours, and the next administration will determine what to do. See, you want to push a local government election in between a general election. By the time you want to conduct that election, are we going to be campaigning for the local government election, campaigning for the national elections, or what? Even the primaries, which of the political parties have the time now to conduct primaries? You are the governor. You will just sit down somewhere and write the names of whoever you want to be the candidate, and nobody is going to talk. It is not so for us. It is not so for opposition political parties.
Well, many have said the same thing Governor Seyi Makinde is doing right now in Oyo State. That President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is also doing it from the center.
How?
This case of a consensus candidate, you know, all the political gimmicks and all that the president has been playing, review of the constitution, under how many days before primaries of election, congresses of parties. Is it not the same thing?
That review of election, how did it take place? Is it not at the National Assembly?
Yes.
What are the National Assemblies called? Are they not called the voice of the people?
Voice of who?
Of the people.
They are supposed to be.
If they are not.
But many people have said they are rubber stamped.
If they are not.
An arm of their executive.
If they are not.
Yes.
Is it President Tinubu should start their recall process? If the people are not complaining.
Has there ever been a successful recall in Nigeria?
Has anyone tried it?
They've tried it.
If they tried,
Dino Melaye was tried to be recalled, but he failed.
If they tried,
he failed.
It means
Natasha Akpoti was tried to be recalled.
The senators are doing what the majority of the people want. That is the only interpretation.
Okay. Not that they are an arm of the executive.
If you look at this recall process of a thing, it is not that cumbersome. If the people are determined, they will remove whoever they want to remove. But if the people are not united, nobody is going. And to come to the question about consensus, see, it has always been in the constitution of the APC. Consensus is the first option. It is only when it fails that you consider other options. Even before now, I've always been in the Progressives Party, SDP, AD. It was an unwritten law. The first try has always been consensus. It is only when you cannot arrive at a consensus that you go for other options.
Direct primary or
Yes.
indirect primary,
Yes.
as the case may be.
So, and if they remove the issue of indirect primary, it is just to strengthen democracy. That's how I look at it, because a larger number of party members will have the opportunity to play a part in who becomes the candidate of the party.
You've given the reason why your party stepped aside or withdrew from the upcoming local government election.
We are not going only, I can assure you it's not going to be only withdrawal. Some of us will take it further.
Take it
And
further to
I
where?
won't be surprised if the party also takes it further.
Take it further to where?
To court, of course.
Okay, litigation.
Exactly.
Okay. In your piece, you said in one of your write-ups that in that same piece there, that Governor Makinde is scared of facing the perceived candidate of the APC, Senator Sharafuddin
Who will not be
Abiodun
scared
Ali.
of facing?
Now, you said the governor is not playing on the state turf. But I'm saying now that the governor is not playing on the state turf in 2027. He's playing on the national field. So why should he be scared of Senator Sharafuddin Ali?
Inside of you,
Yes.
are you really certain? Are you really sure? Are you really convinced that Governor Makinde really wants to contest for the presidency?
But he has declared. Not that we.
Do you
well,
know
I'm
that-
sure not.
No,
he has
see,
declared. And
If
he is the candidate already of the
Kent-
APM.
if I declare tomorrow, you will talk about me now.
No, if you declare
you will
tomorrow,
know inside
it's
of
a
you.
different thing.
You will know inside
But
of
if
you
your-
that I'm
if your-
not, that I'm just declaring.
Yeah,
for
but
the
if your
fun of
party
it.
upholds you and says this is our consensus candidate, you become the candidate of the party. Then you are
I
contesting the
think
election.
Sowore is also a perpetual presidential candidate of his
Yeah, the same way late Olakpade Aguro was
Do you
a perpetual
and you
candidate.
expect anybody to? You expect a,
But this is his first
You
shot.
expect a sitting president to be weary of such people.
But this is his first shot.
If he's not weary of Atiku, he's not weary of Peter Obi.
But this is his first
He will
shot.
be wasting his time to concern himself with. See,
No, do you want to sweep him aside, knowing fully well that he's from the southwest? There could be a split of votes. He also has his structure too.
I'm good enough, my dear brother. There was an election in Ekiti
Yes.
just this last weekend.
Yes.
The APM performed creditably well. They got 59 votes in the whole of Ekiti.
At least they got one vote.
And if you score one vote all over and you score 36,
At least they
with
scored something.
36 votes,
APM was
with
almost
36 votes make you the councillor of a
APM
ward.
was almost moribund until the likes of Governor Bala Mohammed
If
and
Governor Makinde
Makinde.
is going to be scoring 50 something votes all over the state, no one is going to lose sleep over him now.
Okay.
You forgot.
you said here on this
you've
program-
forgotten that apart from the fact that he needs to score the highest number of votes,
Yeah.
you still need to
Two-thirds.
have a kind of spread. At,
Yes,
so if you
two-thirds.
keep scoring 50,
But you said
votes all
something
over
on this program today that off-cycle elections is different from the general election. So Governor Makinde could spring a
the
surprise.
PDP scored, I think, over 40,000. You will see some sign of something that could
That's
perhaps
an
improve.
off-cycle election.
Yes, something that could you will improve from 50 something to what?
That's an off-cycle election.
And you
For the
saw,
general
and
election,
you
don't
saw
you
that
think
the,
it can
that the
spring
PDP
a
had
surprise?
like 40 something thousand. Hey, maybe you can expect something from 50 something. What magic?
Though your party has not announced its candidate in Oyo State, for the
I
but
was
it is
only talking-
perceived.
I was only talking.
Yeah.
In that write-up, I was talking of Governor Makinde's preferred gubernatorial candidate against the
Sharafa.
perceived candidate from against Sarafa.
Okay.
And when you are, I say, who will not be scared of Sarafa? If you are not scared of him, you are doing that to your own peril. See, we know ourselves. I've been in politics since the SDP era. I used to call him Egwegu, but Sarafa has been in the politics before that time. He has been in politics before that time. So we know ourselves. See, in Oyo State, grassroots appeal matters.
Now, you've been talking about other parties. Let's talk about the APC.
Let us do.
Now, the APC has seen aspirants cleared for primaries. Senator Ali met with the president recently, and there were reports of 5 aspirants, the G5, in the APC rejecting alleged imposition that took place in May, and within your party, all is not well when it comes to selecting who would fly the flag of the party in your state. What is your advice to your party?
You see, let me tell you something. You cannot have a political party with the array of people we have contesting, and you won't have these issues. I see it as a storm in a cup of tea.
Okay, let me help further. One of the aspirants there, who happened to be the former governor of Oyo State, that's Engineer Raouf, the former deputy governor of Oyo State, Engineer Raouf Olaniyan, who happens to come from the Okeogun axis. In one of my chats with him, he said something. He said, for the 27 years of governance in Oyo State, from 1999 till date, Ibadan has governed for about 24 years.
Yes.
Ogbomoso has governed for only 4 years.
Yes.
And he's saying it is time for the Okeogun. Why is your party not looking towards the Okeogun axis?
See, the issue is this. When we were moving towards having our primaries, I am an Ibarapa man. I will naturally have a soft spot for power.
Power rotation.
Yes, power shift. Ejiro is my very good friend. We share this view together. But you see, I think where we got to a point of departure about this thing is when, at the end of the day, everybody went to collect forms. Nobody could talk to anyone. There was no consensus. What do? You allow for primaries. Yes, I saw pictures of Egbon Sarafa with the president, leaders of a party. You cannot rule that out because at their own level, at the state leadership level, they also sit down and think, how can we approach this election? What should be our strategy? Because the choice of governor candidates, it was not shrouded in mystery to us. So you have to plan ahead. For whatever reasons, they had their own plans, and I think a lot of them went, discussed with the president, and there were issues of agreement underneath. And those pictures made meaning. So, but like I tell you, at the end of the day, you see, the thing with us is that when you have a president in the house who can call everyone in, talk to them, appeal to them, rein them in, this thing will go away like it never happened.
Okay, let's go to some messages. I have tons of messages here, but I might just take only 2 because of our time. Mr. Debayo from Bodija is saying, good morning, Comrade Begunde. In your June 16 article, A Tale of Gbadamosi and Ibuki, if I'm right? Ibuki, yes. You described Governor Makinde as a hypocritical drummer, influencing multiple parties. Do you believe his recent moves with the APM and other platforms will actually succeed in dividing the opposition? Or will the people see through it and vote APC in 2027?
Mr. What's his
Adebayo.
name? Mr. Adebayo, I'm not
from Bodija.
But sometimes when you add too much salt to a soup, it destroys it.
When you add too much salt to a soup, it destroys it.
See, if assuming you are able to get Oriyomi Hamzat off the ballot, and you are hounding him all around, what will his people do? They will look elsewhere. That's against you. So every other person that you hounded, that you tried to disrupt their system, that was what Fayose was trying to tell Okinbaloye, Agbarijo Okwe pa Otani. When you have a congregation of people who you consider as neophytes, fighting against an expert, but there are just too many, the likelihood is that they are going to bring the expert down. So I think it's going to work against the governor.
Oh, okay. Engineer Tunde from Orisa Challenge, He's saying, Sir, APC seems divided with several aspirants. Senator Sharafaddin Ali appears strong after meeting President Tinubu. What concrete steps is the party taking to ensure unity ahead of the election, and how can we avoid the mistakes of 2019 and 2023? This person sounds like a member of your party.
Something you cannot take away from the progressives is that they know how to resolve things overnight. And I can assure you, if eventually it's Senator Sharafaddin Abiodun Ali, at the end of the day, the other aspirants will be called together, the leaders, and everybody will speak with one voice. I can assure you of that.
All right, Aisha from Agbowo. I think this Agbowo. Yes, okay. Aisha from Agbowo. I think this is the last message I'll be taking because of our time. It says, "Good morning, Mr. Chike and Honorable Abegunde. Okay, Governor Makinde's administration has been praised for roads and security in some areas. What verifiable failures would you point to that justify changing the government in 2027, especially regarding rural development and debt levels?"
Rural development?
Yes.
I'm not surprised that. I'm very sorry.
No, what she's saying is, what verifiable failures would you point to?
And that is what I want to respond. I am very happy she mentioned rural development.
Yes.
She lives in Agbowo.
Yes.
I will invite her to come to Ibarakpa and come to Okeogun and come to the rural areas. Let us go and see the level of infrastructures in those areas. The local governments are comatose, and it's affecting us. And I'm also happy she mentioned the issue of security. If Governor Makinde is doing well in security, what happened to us in Orire will not happen. That is what exactly the point Boala was trying to make in his interview with Isaac Brown. He said, you have local governments who are taking average of 600 million. We have Amotekun. A minimum of like 100 Amotekun will be in Orire. Assuming these 100 Amotekun were armed with ordinary pump action machine guns and well stationed with communication gadgets, they would have slowed down these people, even if they could not counter them effectively. But that was absent.
All right, Honorable Comrade Shola Abegunde, what are your final words this morning? Let's set an agenda for the Governor Seyi Makinde-led administration.
I'm very sorry. I wanted to start with that, and I'm really, really very sorry. My heart goes out to those PPs and teachers who are still
in captivity.
Only God knows where they are. My heart goes out to them. And at this point, at my own level, I could only pray and urge the government at all levels, federal government, the state government, to do whatever is necessary to ensure. I do not believe that negotiation is not an option. Even America do negotiate. If we have our wives and children in those bushes, we won't be saying we cannot negotiate. I am not saying you negotiate to cause more, but I mean, we could negotiate whatever we give them, we can take back after they free these people now. If we do not have the capacity to prevent these people from striking us, we shouldn't have the mouth to say we will not negotiate. I don't believe in it. It's going to 50 days now.
It's about 40 days.
That's my final words. I'm pleading with everybody. If we have no choice but to negotiate, let us do now.
Or should we turn to the Igboho effect?
But the governor is saying he doesn't want to have anything to do with him.
All right, thank you, Comrade Shola Abegunde,
thank you for
featuring on the agenda
today. For having me.
Well, that's a wrap on the agenda this morning. I want to tell you to stay positive, stay jiggy. I'm Chike Ubogun. Bye for now.